Hi everyone, this is your Govindraj. Welcome to my channel. Thank you all for my viewers and subscribers. Today this channel has reached more than 1300 subscribers. This all credit goes to you and thank you for the trust you have kept on me and this channel. In this session, let's discuss about certain questions which I raised in the previous video. Now today I think for most of the questions we have answers, and this credit should go to the government. I think the government of Karnataka has understood these problems, and more or less these answers are clear. However, for other states you will have to look into your state directions and conclude accordingly. So let's discuss these questions and answers now. The first question which I raised was, do you need a special permission from the district administration to restart the operations? Because in the MHA guidelines, recent guidelines, certain industrial activities other than the containment zones were allowed, including red, orange and green, especially the industrial estates, industrial towns, industrial areas and rural industries were allowed to operate. We were not clear whether you need a district administration separate permission or not. So now it is clear. Yesterday the Department of Industries and Commerce, Government of Karnataka has come up with a circular. So as part of this circular, you are required to file a self declaration, and this is mandatory to declare online. The site is kum.karnataka.gov.in. So you will also get these details at the end of this discussion, so that you can also file this. So if you file the online self declaration, at the end when you submit it, it will also tell you, once it gives you an acknowledgement. So the acknowledgement says that in view of this declaration, you are permitted to restart your operations. Now by this we are clear that you don't need any special permission from the district administration. The moment you file the online declaration, self-declaration, and you get an acknowledgement, now you are free to restart the operation. Now the second question which I raised was, what capacity the industry has to operate. So the MHA guidelines and also the Karnataka guidelines on this were not clear. Now the MHA guidelines and the Karnataka guidelines said that offices can operate with 33%. However, it was not clear for industries. Now whereas in MHA order, in the Karnataka guidelines, in view of MHA order, also did not specify what amount of capacity you have to utilize your manpower. If you look at entire guidelines, this was only limited to offices, not to the industries. So we can conclude that there is no such restriction, either 50% or 33% or 75% for industries which are allowed to operate. I also spoke to the authorities of Department of Commerce and Industries. They have also told that there is no such guidelines as of now. In view of the recent guidelines, you are free to restart with your operations, whatever the capacity of the manpower. However, be careful and also look into the self declaration guidelines. There are various requirements which you have to follow. So these guidelines also will get it at the end of this discussion, and or you can read the self declaration format and come to know all these directions, especially the social distancing, sanitization requirement. These are many conditions are there which you can also read it. If you comply this, and it is possible for you to manage the manpower in view of these guidelines, you are free to employ whatever the capacity of manpower. So you can accordingly proceed. My third question was, do you have to provide a special transport facility for the workers to operate as part of this declaration? Now the declaration has come to our help. The declaration says that you have to give a specific transport arrangement if the personal transport and public transport is not feasible. So people who are operating with personal transport by their own employees, two-wheeler or four-wheeler, you are now free to operate with that mode also. So this question is also answered. The question which I raised was requirement of passes. Now the government of Karnataka has announced that the two-wheelers and the cars movement is possible during the daytime. So there is no requirement of passes. For people who attend offices, they are required to show ID card or the letter given by the employer. So this is sufficient. So now there is no requirement of special passes. And if I understand from the district administration, they have also issued a directions to. Importantly, another question was, In the MHA guideline and as well as the Karnataka guidelines, the restriction of movement of people between 7 p.m. and 7 a.m. is restricted other than essential activities. So how about industries? Now if we read the recent guidelines on from the Karnataka government, so it says that each ministries are advised to issue curfew passes. So these guidelines are still not clear, but however, if we look into how district administration is taking, so people, the employees who are working in industries, if they show ID cards and the pass from the employer, then that is sufficient. So you have no problem. However, importantly, you will get another problem is inter-district. District is now this guideline is also clear. You can apply for inter-district passes and then move from as a one time move from one district to another district. There is another requirement is most of the people, most of the industries, especially the senior management, are not in the same district. For this, the government has to still come up with the answers. Because if you take Bangalore and Tumkur, so the Bangalore has got more senior management people going to Tumkur. So for that, every day there is a requirement of senior management to visit the industries. For this, we still don't have an answer. However, the district administration is saying that for senior people, they will also allow twice in a week for 2 people at least to visit the industries. These are the answers which were given by the government through their various circulars. I think it is important that we understand this, and also everybody files a self-declaration. See, this filing of self-declaration is also mandatory for people or the industries who have already been permitted so far under essential category. So that is why before you restart your operations, it is important that you file a declaration. So thank you very much friends for watching my channel, and please subscribe this channel if you have not done so far. My objective is also to give these critical points and also find answers, especially on employer related, employee related, labor law and labor relations. Thank you very much friends, and see you soon.